Hello everybody, welcome back to the stream. And hopefully everybody's having a good weekend as always. Um I don't really have too much going on, though I was mostly spending today downloading new games and well, not new games, but games that I've been wanting to play for a while, and then I keep going through a cycle of deleting games and adding them back and adding other ones and so on and so forth. So maybe I'll actually keep the ones on here so I actually play them, but who knows? I've been playing Bolt Gun though, and that's pretty fun. I bought the DLC, but I think I might take a small break from it because the last level of the game for the main campaign was, let's just say it was a bit rough. So I might hold off on the DLC. But there's some other games I've been looking forward to playing. Uh, like Rogue Trader. Um, Wanted to replay Quake because I forgot that I had a remastered version. I also picked up, uh, what was it called? Inu Kuni or something like that. No idea if it's even good or not, but it was on sale. Uh, but I'm going to wait to play that until I get the first game. I bought the second one. I thought it looked pretty cool. So yeah, Ni no Kuni. I'm not actually sure what that means. I'm assuming it's Japanese for something. But the characters look neat, and the summary was interesting enough. And I love RPGs, so I was like, you know what? I'll buy it. I also picked up a couple other games like Shenmue because I've wanted to play that for a long time. And I recently found a prequel game of the Technomancer, which I love that game. And I found a game called Mars War Logs, which is the prequel to that. And was actually, I didn't even know that that came out before that. So yeah. I also picked up a game called Metal Hellsinger that I'm pretty sure I'll like, but I'm not 100% sure. But it was cheap enough, and I like the vibe of it. It looks pretty damn cool. It kind of seems like a combination of Doom and like well, what's that musical based game that people liked? Uh, that like not High on Life. That's a different game. Though I did actually like that game a lot. Uh, it's probably in my wish list somewhere, I think. Let me look. I have too many games in here. Oh yeah, I got Dragon's Dogma 2 on my wish list solely because the cover of it has a cat character that I'm guessing I can create a character based like that. And I mean, I always like games where you can play as furries. So, Christ, what was that game that I wanted to buy? I well, I can't remember the name of it now. But I do know that it was on my wish list, and I apparently took it off or something. But it was like a kind of actiony rhythm based game. So, um, Metal Hellsinger is kind of like that, but also like you're in hell, so it's basically Doom. it looks a lot of fun, and I wanted to actually get to play it eventually. And now it's gonna bug me. I can't remember the game that was on play, but yeah, whatever. It was on Game Pass, so I'm sure that I can find it on there easy enough. So yeah. Also, I subscribed again to the Nintendo Online, even though I last time I had it for a whole year and never even touched it. I don't even know if I even played my Switch all that year. But they have the Sega Genesis and N64 emulators on there now, and I was like, it's $50, so I'll give it a try, see how it is. I mean, they upscaled the games apparently, so I kind of want to see how different it is from what I remember the game as a child. So, I never actually owned Ocarina of Time myself, but I did rent it for a while, and I remember loving it a lot. Never beat the game, but it was really really fun, and I do eventually plan to like actually stream that, which might be probably before the new Zelda comes out, which you literally play as Zelda in the next one. So I am actually really excited about that. Echoes of Wisdom. I definitely am going to play that. Apparently, it's coming out in September, so we got some time. I've been wanting to play more of the Zelda games, so if I can do it legally, I definitely will. I have quite a few of the games already. Like, obviously, I already played Skyward Sword, I played Minish Cap, I played Four Swords, I think. I think I played that on stream. I actually don't remember. Let me double check. Like, I can't actually remember if I streamed that or not. I definitely did Minish Cap and Skyward Sword. Oh, okay. So I did not actually do Four Swords, but I did actually complete it once. So yeah, maybe I'll play it again. Who knows? I'll have to update my Zelda list. So I will uncheck that from the list. That way I know I actually am going to play that. Um, let's see. So I own. I did have a Link Between Worlds. I think I still do. Is that on the Switch? Because I actually don't remember. Because A Link Between Worlds was actually a really damn fun game. But I think it might actually have been for the DS. And I no longer have my DS anymore, sadly enough. Let's see. I do also have Wind Waker HD and I believe Twilight Princess. But those are for I believe my Wii U. And well, my Wii U hasn't worked in several years. So I've had the game for like 3 years now. And I unfortunately the Wii U stopped playing after I bought those games. But if the thing does actually still work, I will play those. Because I've been wanting to play Wind Waker for a long time. And I've also wanted to replay Twilight Princess. Though, if there ever is a remastered version, that'd be great. Because the Wii U controls are a bit wonky. Because, it was originally for the Wii. Let's see. I did have Link Between Worlds, but I think that was just for the DS. So unfortunately, I'll have to probably emulate that unless the Switch Online service has the DS games. It really shouldn't be that hard to do. Let's see. I have the Hyrule Warriors games, which are pretty fun. Though I don't know if I'll stream those because they're more hectic and I don't really have that much to commentate on. It's just there. I have Breath of the Wild, and I will eventually get Tears of the Kingdom. So other than those games, every other game that I can play is on the Nintendo Online or emulation. I did emulate Minish Cap because at the time I don't think that it had. I don't think it was on Nintendo Online, but we're definitely gonna play it. Ocarina of Time and stuff like that. So, I guess look forward to that. But speaking of time, I think we're basically out of extra stuff to talk about. So I'll stop padding this intro and just go on to the game. Hopefully it is still open, so I don't have to reopen the dang thing. Let's go. Okay, it is actually still active. Awesome. So. Okay, so I think we're in the med bay because of, Miranda acting all weird and stuff. Yeah, there she is.
She'll get better. She has to.
Hopefully we made the right choice of sending her there.
The doc's on her way here to check Miranda out. We did the right thing, bringing her here. She was off, from as soon as she came off the shuttle. Talking about a distress call?
I just want to make sure she's okay. This isn't like her.
We'll get her fixed up. You should talk to her. Keep her spirits up.
And to think, yesterday I couldn't wait to get back on the Resolute. To get back to see you. You can't imagine how stupid I feel right now. I can't even believe it myself.
You're not stupid. Not by a long shot. We'll figure out what's happening. And we'll get you fixed up.
I'd like to believe that. I'm scared, Carter. I don't want to find out that there's something really wrong with me. Something they can't fix, or even explain.
Look, ignorance is never the answer. We need to go after this as aggressively as a breach in the warp core.
It doesn't mean I'm gonna like what they find out.
There she is. It's good that you brought her here. Petty Officer Maris and the rest of the security away team skipped the bioscan when they came back from Otari. And they've been impossible to track down since. We don't know what kind of pathogens they might have picked up.
Is that going to...
Sit still. This will just take a moment.
You're looking at me like I'm some kind of science experiment. Or a monster. It's kind of freaking me out.
Did you realize you skipped the bioscan? I mean, if you weren't
Don't
feeling
try to
right...
blame me for this, Diaz.
What is it? A pathogen?
No, It's not Petty Officer Miranda Maris.
What the?
I don't know who that is, but it's not Miranda.
What? Then who is it?
I couldn't begin to say right now, but comparing the baseline readings I'm getting here with the DNA and brainwave records in Miranda's 15501, well, I'm seeing impossible variations.
That's probably not good.
I guess you could call the process bioforming. This body is Miranda's, but her DNA is changing into something else. But what's more troubling is there appears to be another mind layered on top of her baseline brain scans. Miranda isn't in control. Someone else is.
Oh, that's even worse. I was worried that they were going to say that she's a changeling.
Explains a lot, but it's not the explanation I wanted to hear.
So you know what's happening. Can it be reversed?
Just because I can describe what I'm seeing, it doesn't mean I know how it's happening or can put a stop to it. There's a lot more we need to learn. I want to take some functional readings. Take this and get her talking while it scans her.
I hope I
I'm
don't have to
sure
do
you
anything
don't want to
drastic.
Speculate, Doc, but is there anything?
I don't want to be incinerated as biohazard.
This moves really fast.
I don't know why I did it. Any of it.
4-chamber circulatory pump higher than average circulatory displacement is detected. Anomalous synaptic frequencies detected. Brain beta wave and delta wave output outside established norm.
But it's like there's a voice in my head. It was telling me to go download the data. It told me not to let you stop me. And there was nothing I could do to say no.
Yeah, thankfully the game
But I
left
didn't
off where
want
it
to.
was.
I swear.
So this voice in your head, what else does it tell you?
It's not like a conversation. It's hard to explain. Well, I still can. I just want to say, Carter, I'm sorry. I really am. I hope you know that.
Don't give up on yourself just yet. We can beat this thing.
I hope we don't have to
Oh,
off
I'm
her
not giving up.
for safety. What the? What?
What the?
How did she do that?
Back off!
Computer, erect a force field between biobeds 2 and 3.
Oh, what?
Computer, lower force field.
You do not have authorization.
I just want to live. I have a right to exist.
Give Miranda back.
1 second.
This is probably even worse than being a
I'm right
changeling.
behind you.
Because, like, if you're not in charge of your own body, and you're being overwritten by whatever it was.
Osmia Kellam Kaludro.
Which is Iconotis Texta?
What the hell are they saying? It's not in the Universal Translator.
It's the con, I think.
Is that some kind of transporter pad?
The drive!
Ooh.
Who the hell are you?
We are scions of the flame.
They can't get away with that. You have to shoot Miranda.
Yep, I got an achievement for that.
Scions of the Flame? I don't like the sound of that.
You're never gonna believe this. The reason the Universal Translator didn't recognize that language is because it's only ever been read. It's the Takan language.
So those crystals with some kind of bio thing in there are Takan, I'm guessing?
Filthy Hotari, hands off me! We'll burn your planet to the ground. Animals. Wait. No.
So they're infecting living beings, for lack of a better term, I guess, with whatever's in these crystals.
Rise, brother. Rejoin the
So
flame.
they're the ones that started this. But how did the security team get infected?
This can only mean our time has come.
I'm only sorry I couldn't find the more suitable host for you.
All in good time. This is only the beginning.
They're working together? An Elidian and a Hotari?
They did something to him.
Yeah.
Secure the Cartabula.
So that explains how they're able to use the technology to control the storm and maybe block warp stuff. And they might know that we're
Spread
here.
out. Search the vault.
Well, that's great. I love that.
Go back through the mine. Cut off their escape. Find them.
Time to go.
Alright. So leave cover, take aim, use the fire. We're shooting the sun, I think. And... shit. I missed, but it's fine. I accidentally aimed a bit too high. Don't want to get hit by those things.
We're trapped. They're blocking the only exit.
Maybe not. Can you buy me some time?
For what?
This vehicle looks a lot tougher than that barrier.
Well, I don't have any time, so... Enemies will shoot at you when you're out of cover. Sparks and smoke from your cover will indicate they're trying to line up a shot. Use LT to duck into cover till the fire lets up. Take damage 3 times, you'll fail your mission. And the shooting sections are kind of hard.
Shoot the Hotari woman!
Enemies will also target allies. If ally dies, you fail a mission. If a symbol shows over their head, they're targeting ally. Okay. If you breathe, you fail the mission. That's what it feels like. guys are really bad at shooting.
Hold on to something.
They're like as bad at shooting as I am, honestly.
Oh no.
Oh,
Don't
Christ.
stop. I'll handle them.
Okay, appears in session, you switch between cover spots. Tell in direction of the arrow to change cover. News will only be visible from certain cover spots. Ow, 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 ow.
Shoot the one driving the machine!
I guess you only really have to get close. Uh-oh.
Tylus! We're surrounded.
I'll get it working. I just need some time.
Uh-oh. You get hit? Ah, shit, this is difficult.
Here we go.
I think that's a dead end. Oh, shit.
The lift. We're trapped.
Resolute, 2 to beam up immediately. Resolute, come in.
Dara!
Are you all right?
I think so. It hurts.
That's what getting shot does. Oh man, this is not good. One person against 5 or 6. Find an escape route. Tractor beam? I guess. Good thing I didn't have limited time there.
What are you doing?
Hold on to me.
Well, that's terrifying.
There's too much interference. Transporters still can't get a lock.
Miranda was able to transport through the storm. There has to be some path through that we're not seeing.
Tetrametric radiation is saturating our sensors. There is too much interference to pick up the residual transporter signature.
Wait. Tetrametric radiation. Of course. I can align the transporter with the tetrametric signature. The crystals emit tetrametric pulses every 3.8422 seconds, roughly 26 centihertz. All of this is connected. The storm, the warp-killing field, the crystals, Miranda's alien transporter tech.
Beam me up, Scotty.
Okay, I've got the transporter in calibration. There are a lot of biosigns in that mine, all stacked on top of each other. I need something to identify the commander's signal. Something loud. Energetic.
Understood. Commander Rydek, we have penetrated the storm's interference, but we are unable to pinpoint your signature. We need you to generate a high-energy event to help us...
High-energy event. Got it. Tylus, are you still with me?
I am.
Good. I'm going to shoot my phaser at some dilithium to cause a piezoelectric rupture.
What? Why?
Signal flare. These crystals have to be pure enough. Bigger still. Come on. Damn it.
Well, that's got to be enough signature.
Whoa! Dilithium explosion.
Is that energetic enough?
More than enough. I can lock onto their biosigns now.
Clear debris and target. Select targets to transport. You must select all targets to advance. R to aim, RT to clear debris, RT to select targets. Bing bing.
I've got their biosigns isolated.
Commander, we have your signal.
I'm gonna tunnel a path through the ionic interference.
I don't know. Okay. Like waypoints create a path through the ionic interference line to connect them. Points will lose stability if it passes through the interference. Yellow bar indicates the stability or path will fully succeed. Wait, stories of the game have a lot apparently. Alright, so we're gonna go this.
I've got a path. Just gotta calibrate the signal.
Ah. Okay. Ooh, okay, there's a lot of reading. Use R to move the cursor, RT to lock it in place. Bar fills when your cursor is at a point of this waveform is grayish. Blue power bar is added to when each yellow bar is locked. If the blue bar is full when you lock the third one, you will advance. If you don't have enough power when you lock the third bar, you have to try again. If you have trouble, find a spot with non-moving waveforms touching the edge and wait for the moving waveform to touch the opposite edge. Okay. I don't know what that means, but I'm guessing that works.
Energize.
And these guys suck at aiming at two people floating in the air. Like, you would think that they would know how to hit someone.
Petty Officer Diaz.
We're losing her.
The pattern is degrading. Can you hold the signal?
I'm trying.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Come on. Come on.
I got it. Come on, come on.
So, what happens if you don't get onto
Get
the
her to sick
bridge
bay.
and it fades?
Captain Solano and Ambassador Spock have just returned from Hotari.
Take a look at that.
Rydek, I need you on the bridge, now.
I don't know what that would feel like, but I assume it's not pleasant.
I'm here.
The Elydians are preparing to attack Hotari.
Status report.
The systems are now fully powered. All torpedo tubes open.
They're preparing to fire.
We should hail the Elydian flagship, Captain.
Readying phasers if you want them.
Stand by. Await my order. Recommendation, Commander? We need to act quickly.
Hail the Elydians. Maybe we could talk some sense into them.
Hail them.
No response.
Try it again.
Still nothing.
The Elydians. They've powered down their weapons.
Odd. You sure about that, Mr. Ahmad?
They're venting some kind of gas from their ship. Hold on. Now all of their systems have shut down.
That's unexpected.
They were hostile moments ago. We can't drop our guard.
Aye.
What's happening?
There's an energy dampening field coming from Tau.
Take us out of range.
Aye, Captain.
Captain, the flagship is hailing us.
On screen.
Zeldy to the starship Resolute. Our main power cores are completely disabled. The more power we give, the more it takes. Running off batteries. Life support systems have failed. Unable to ventilate contaminated atmosphere.
Admiral, you are about to launch an attack on a defenseless planet.
Kobliat, you sided with the Hotari in the negotiation, but that does not matter now. My crew is going to die. Please, I beg of you. You must render assistance. System failures are compounding around my ship.
We'll help you.
Yes, we will.
Thank you.
Admiral, excuse us while we devise a rescue plan.
By my estimate, the crew only have 23 minutes before their atmospheric mix becomes lethal.
While we may not be able to transport the Elydians directly, if we were to transport them from their ship to a nearby shuttlecraft, it should be possible to amplify the transporter signal there and reroute it to the Resolute.
The Ambassador's plan is incomplete. An away team will have to beam aboard the Zeldy and set up pattern enhancers for a stable enough signal out of the dampening field.
Thank you for identifying my deficiency, Commander Chovak.
Jara, I need a senior officer in command of this. Take Chovak and Bedrosian in the shuttle, and get it done.
Why is it
Any
always
officers,
me?
Diaz and Etzelar? You will be part of the rescue mission. As will I. We will bring the shuttle within transporter range of the Zeldy, then beam you both aboard.
Beam us on board. Why?
The pattern enhancers must be placed on the Zeldy to make it possible to beam the Elydians back to the Resolute. Gather the pattern enhancers, and get to the docking bay.
I really hate how slow this cursor goes.
We're going on the wrong mission.
Oh, what's that?
We're going to rescue the Elydians, the people that oppress the Hotari, when we should be going to rescue Miranda. This thing that's happened to Miranda is like the Trill symbiosis joining, only worse. And I've seen too many people I care about wiped away by some greater entity to stand by while the same thing happens to her. I wanted no part of it then, and I won't stand for it now. Her body's stolen and used like puppets.
I'm not giving up on her either.
I have a feeling the Elydians got invaded by the same Takan things.
We've got other lives to save.
Yeah.
It's only right that we help them out. And hopefully it doesn't, you know, bite us in the butt. What if we beam aboard the wrong people?
The away team is ready.
I don't know which button to press first.
Resolute to Shuttlecraft Melville. You're cleared for takeoff.
Acknowledged, Resolute. Melville taking off.
I am the captain now, at least of this tiny vessel. So small that it could probably fit 100,000 of them in this one starship. Okay, we already know that. So, zoom. Let's go through this ring for some reason. This is probably a bad idea. So what is this rings for? Like, are they just for funsies? Maybe they're like a safe path through? Doesn't seem safe though, to be completely honest.
We have to keep away from the lightning.
Oh wait, did I miss it? Oh fuck, I think I did. Yeah, I went right by it. I think I was just following the circles, but I didn't need to do that.
We are within range. Any closer will put the shuttlecraft at risk. Preparing to transport the away team. Energizing.
Well, I went past the point that I was supposed to go to. Yeah, those don't look good.
The ship's life support. It's almost completely drained.
And the other systems, too.
Oh no.
I'm
We gotta
gonna
get to their transporter
assume
room.
that there's probably some, for lack of a better word, infected Lydians here on the ship.
The atmosphere in here is turning to poison.
If they were able to get onto our ship,
Lydians are going to die if we don't get them out of here.
if they were able to get onto our ship, then they definitely got on here. But
These
how
must close
did
in
they
case
get
of
onto our
emergency.
ship?
They don't have enough power left to function. Carter, give them a charge with your phaser. Should make them open.
I guess that should be enough. Only half, but alright, I guess let's just crawl under here. Here we go. I love the old style phasers. So cool. And suitably sci-fi. Alright. Here we are.
It's not working.
No power's running through any of this. We gotta get them open manually.
I am the ranking officer here. State your intentions. We are under siege. Explain yourselves.
Our intentions? Your leaders asked for our help.
And they sent you?
Whoa there.
I am still able to stand. What are you trying to do?
We gotta get into your transporter room.
Then we can get your people off the ship.
That's a cool transporter room. A lot of blue and gold in this place.
Make sure they're evenly spaced. We need to manually adjust beam trajectory so they connect.
I got this one. You get the others.
Okay, I guess I'll do that, even though I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, and two more here. Didn't even see those. Blanc and Leak Blanc. A line each. So, okay, we have to go. All right. So, right in line then. I wonder what would happen if I stepped into the beam. I summon Exodia.
Let's round them up.
These will boost the signal so we can transport through the storm. We have a shuttle outside this ship that will route the signal to the Resolute.
All crew to Transporter Room 2. We are evacuating.
Speaking of Exodia, I actually have one of the more
We're live.
modern Yu-Gi-Oh video games, which is, I haven't played it yet, but I remember playing it a long time ago. Or at least one of the older games. I think it was for Game Boy Advance. I don't know how the rules will change in the newer editions.
Beam status. Energizing controls.
Please step on the platform so we can evacuate you, Admiral.
The crew goes first, Arminta.
Sir.
I mean it.
You! Get on the platform already!
Okay. The interface is in Elydian, but the layout is the same as a Starfleet transporter.
Okay.
Just gotta do what I did before. Select the people to transport.
I
need to select all of them. Plot a path through the ionic interference.
Okay. Oh man, this is difficult.
Okay, just have to calibrate the signal gain to get the highest possible output. Even at this range, the interference is too much. The system is suggesting better transport coordinates. DS the shuttle. You're sitting right in the thick of it. I'm sending you specific coordinates for a clear signal path.
Waypoint's been added to the
I love how
navigational
it looked like a
computer.
little toy floating around.
There, Commander. Give or take 50 meters.
It was just like moving around like some kid has like a toy spaceship going vroom vroom. Like at the beginning of Mass Effect, I think. Mass Effect 3. Little kid with a toy version of the Normandy spaceship. Oh god. Oh wow. Okay. That was something. Okay, time to go. We're almost there. Oh god, that rock's in the way. Ooh, oh. That rock almost killed me. What if I avoid the rings? Can I do that? This seems dangerous.
We're almost there.
Yeah, we're just gonna try to avoid the rings. And here we are.
Melville to away team. Energize.
I have the first group of Illydians in the pattern buffer. Redirecting and transmitting to the Resolute now.
This is Resolute. We have the Illydians safely aboard.
We did it! I was so worried this wouldn't work.
Good work. Keep it up.
Yes, Commander.
This is Commander Rydek. We're holding steady. Signal is good. Keep them coming.
Can I do that again? How can these guys even get in here? Like, weren't they, like, dying slowly?
Admiral, you're next. I've made it clear. I only leave after those in my charge.
Sir, I must insist you go so you can lead our people. I will see to any stragglers.
Yes, that may be for the best. But first, let me thank our human saviors.
You're welcome.
I'll pin medals on your uniforms when this is over. For all your brave work.
You're very welcome, Admiral.
Does Starfleet let you wear another fleet's medal?
We will find out.
We're ready for transport.
Get the Admiral to safety.
Energize.
Wait, was the guy that's next to them, is he the one that was jabbed with the crystal?
I have the Illydians in the pattern buffer, but I cannot resolve their signal to send them through to the Resolute, nor can I materialize them here.
We need a better position with the Resolute.
Spaceship time, let's go. 5 kilometers. Okay, we can do this. Gonna have to avoid the storms. I don't care about the rings. I'm just gonna go around them. Because the rings just have lightning, so kinda it gives a chance for me to get dead, and I don't want to do that. I do love the amount of interactivity this game has, though, compared to other Telltale style games, which are basically just visual novels but with choices. This game actually has action and control the stuff that happens, so it's pretty nice.
Come on, hold together.
God. So yeah, it's really cool. I like it a lot. Also the fact that it's Star Trek, but you know, it's just my inner nerd talking. Come on, almost there.
I am losing their patterns. I need more power, but internal relays are not functioning.
There's always something going wrong.
I am trying. I will lose the transport if I do not have more time. The signal is resolving.
Please!
We have to
Finish the transport.
we have to finish it.
I have them. Transport complete.
Ah. I hope that doesn't negatively affect our reputation. But then again, it was a whole bunch of lives versus one, so
Lieutenant Bedrosian has been injured, but the last transport was
yeah,
successful.
she doesn't like that.
Oh, thanks, B.
Unfortunately, our shuttle systems were damaged by the power surge. We can no longer serve as the transporter node.
Carter, these readings are off the charts. The source of the storm is on this ship. That must have been the power surge when it came on board.
You're right. That's a con energy source. They call it the Cartabula. It's here.
Well, that's bait on.
The intruders are preparing to bring the Zeldi to war.
And we're about to be stuck on it.
There is an old Illydian saying about leaping off the hot skillet and falling to the flame below.
Yeah, we got that one too.
We don't know where this ship is going, but we are not lost. We can still do something. We can still fight. We'll stop them from getting the Cartabula wherever they're taking it.
I like this plan, and I shall fight with you.
That's all well and good, but if we're not getting off this ship, we're really backed into a corner here.
We can't get off this ship.
But maybe I could target somewhere on the ship.
We are reading the warp engines powering up.
Yeah, we picked up on that.
We do not have a way to evacuate you from the Zeldi. The shuttlecraft is too heavily damaged.
Sorry we won't make it back, but duty calls. You know how it is.
I certainly do, Mr. Diaz. Live long and prosper.
That means a lot coming from you.
I hear voices down the corridor.
We will be here soon.
I'll guard the door. You just get us
How
out
do
of
we
here.
know which of the people that we transported are
with this map.
infected or not?
Find somewhere as remote as you can.
They're almost here.
As remote as we can. So we are here. You know what? I think we're probably somewhere right here, right? So it'd probably be
Bridge?
The first place intruders would fortify.
okay. Quarters?
Quarters?
High traffic, easily accessible.
Damn it. Cargo
There.
bay.
The aft cargo bay.
That is acceptable.
Sounds good to me.
Whatever you're doing, do it now!
Okay. Oh. Oh, those ones. Okay.
We're locked in. Board to transport.
Yeah, okay, panicking.
Come on, Belle!
Definitely me. Oh, don't get shot on the way. You fuck. You got shot out of the way. Holy shit.
It's too late for him. Carter!
3 to transport.
Miranda?
Energize.
Poor guy. He will be remembered. The gun is pretty cool. I mean, those are disruptor rifles versus like phasers.
Does not appear to have left any warp signature at all. I cannot track its trajectory. Our duty often calls for sacrifice. She knows it, and our people on the Zeldy know it.
Contact the Resolute, Mr. Chovak. Have them bring us back. And tell them we'll need medical waiting for Lieutenant Bedrosian.
Yes, Commander.
Yeah, Lieutenant Bedrosian didn't like that I let her fry, but it was either her or however many people that we were transporting. Who knows what would have happened if they were being transported and she let go of the thing. Maybe they would have died. Who knows? I mean, to be honest, she was the one that wanted to transport the people, so she did the thing herself.
Through your efforts, we were able to save almost 100 Elydians from certain death. As for Lieutenant Bedrosian, well, Duval will do her best, but the prognosis isn't very encouraging.
Lieutenant Bedrosian went above and beyond her duty. She deserves a commendation.
I'll see what I can do.
Commander Rydek, I heard what you did. The sacrifice you made for our sake. You saved not only my life, but the lives of my crew. An incredibly heroic deed. All of Elydia is in your debt. We cannot thank you enough.
Just doing our duty, Admiral. I'm sure you understand.
Man, these guys are
If you'll
huge.
excuse us?
Of course.
How are we getting our away team back?
Ambassador Spock and the rest of the senior staff are waiting for us in the briefing room to discuss just that. I wanted a chance for you and I to speak first, given the circumstances. While protocol might suggest we alert Starfleet about our situation, missing crew, the data breach, possible threat from the Hatari, or Takan, I think we're better off keeping this to ourselves, under our control. You know what's at stake for me here, and what is at stake for you, too. I can't afford another mission gone wrong, and I'm really counting on your support. I don't want to raise a false alarm just yet.
I'm sorry, Captain, but this isn't about you. The lives of everyone who wears a uniform are at stake.
I don't see it that way.
We're ready in the briefing room, Captain.
On our way. Is there any update on our efforts to trace the Zeldy's warp signature?
Unfortunately, no. Somehow they were able to mask the signature and block our ability to track their trajectory.
I'm also concerned about what went with them. A Taconian energy source.
Sidron referred to it as the Cartabula.
Yes, I've been analyzing your tricorder scans. This Cartabula is more powerful than any energy source on record. It disabled our ability to warp and likely created the ion storm.
We have to find that ship.
It could be anywhere by now.
Literally anywhere.
We should alert all stations to keep an eye out for that particular ship.
You're saying we should warn the entire galaxy?
I'm saying we do the math. Calculate their maximum speed against a given time interval. That gives us an expanding radius of where they might be at different periods of time. We alert the stations at each radius at regular intervals. It's casting a wide net, but it's at least worth a shot.
A sound approach.
The Takan also compromised our systems when Petty Officer Maris stole data from our computer core.
We're assessing what was lost as we speak. It's just too soon to say exactly what they had access to.
Starfleet needs to know about this.
We're not contacting Starfleet until we fully understand the situation. There are too many unknowns.
They stole our data. That's reason enough to warn Starfleet.
But the captain does have a point. It might be better to wait until we know more.
We shouldn't take any chances. We should at least alert Starfleet that our system was compromised.
I agree with Commander Rydek. We should let Starfleet decide how they want to handle it.
And essentially tell them this mission was a failure before it's even over? No. That's not how we're gonna do it. Not on my ship. I want to speak with the Hatari and get to the bottom of this before we get Starfleet involved.
I expect we'll meet resistance. The Hotari think we violated our neutrality by entering their minds. Assuming the negotiations are off, we no longer have an official role here.
We still have a responsibility to the Hotari and the Illidians.
The Takan are a threat to both their civilizations.
No. They're a threat to us all. The device Commander Rydek found in the Taconian Vault is an advanced delivery mechanism for a complex biogenetic transformation process.
Meaning what, exactly?
Not only are they bioforming innocent hosts, transforming them into Takan, they're taking the DNA and engrammatic data of a specific Taconian and displacing that of its host.
That sounds awful.
It's a hostile takeover on a cellular
It's like...
level.
It's like if you became a zombie.
Back to life, one by one.
Is there some way it could be reversed?
That's exactly what I've been trying to find out. So far, it appears the answer is no. Once the Taconian takes control, the displacement of the host is irreversible. And the bioforming appears to be permanent. Petty Officer Maris called herself a scion of the Flame, but the computer had no information about it.
She also shot the hell out of my ship as she escaped and nearly killed a few of our crew. So we know this about those scions. They're dangerous.
The Takan have crossed a line. That much is certain. However, meeting with the Hotari could offer insight into their true intentions. Under the pretense of an apology for betraying their trust and trespassing on their territory.
If we go to Hotari, we go expecting a fight. Phasers armed, transporters locked to all our comm badges, security officers on standby.
Of course, we'll take every precaution. Come in ready for whatever they might try to do.
With the Cartabula gone, I can confirm we have regained warp capability and the use of our transporters.
Excellent. Commander Ermot, see if we can arrange a meeting on Hotari as soon as possible. As Ambassador Spock suggested, under the pretense of an apology.
Aye, Captain.
Nice work, everyone.
You're long overdue for a Diridium infusion.
It looks like I am.
Yeah, she definitely does not look like she had a good time. Sure.
I'll give you two a moment, but she needs her rest.
I understand.
Commander Rydek? Is that you? I thought I heard your voice.
I'm right here.
Where? Before you say anything, I just want you to know I don't blame you for what happened. I heard that last transport made it through. That was our mission, to save lives. So, I'm glad it was a success. And Dr. Duval tells me she can get me my sight back. Eventually. I just hope this isn't the end of my career. Can't be much of a tactical officer if you can't see what's coming. But this is all I've ever wanted to do.
The latest advancements in vision enhancement are truly remarkable. I wouldn't be surprised if you came back better than you ever were.
I just want to be able to see again. That's all I'm asking.
All right, you two. Lieutenant Bedrosian needs her rest, and you have an infusion waiting for you.
I will check in on you soon. I promise.
I'm gonna hold you to it.
At least she likes me a little bit more now.
Aside from almost running out of Duridium, you're in good health.
Nice to get some positive news for a change.
You I don't worry about. The captain, however...
Go on.
You see it, don't you? He's desperate. Withholding intel from Starfleet just to save his reputation. That's not normal behavior for a captain.
That's exactly what I thought too.
I was relieved you called him out on it. Which was surprising since you followed his order to blow the bolts back at Starbase. You've spent enough time with him now, seen enough of how he runs the ship. If there's something wrong, as the ship's doctor, I need to know. Don't sugarcoat it. You know I wouldn't.
To be honest, I'm worried about him. It seems like the stress of this mission is getting to him. He has so much riding on its success, and I am concerned he'll do something rash to ensure it.
Good to know we see eye to eye on this. And I want to be clear, I care about Solano, I really do. I've been his doctor for years. There are more important things at stake than offending an old friend. If it gets any worse, you know where to find me.
Jara.
Monitor your Duridium levels. I'll be right back.
How's your wound?
Like it was never there. I feel lucky you were there with me. Without you, I'd be, well... Thank you for saving my life. Even with the wonders of your technology, it wouldn't have mattered if you'd left me for dead.
I should be thanking you. You took that disruptor shot for me. Without you, I might be the one in sickbay, or worse.
Well, I couldn't just let you die. Not after all you did to help.
I won't forget it.
We saw the truth down in those mines. What Sidron and Galvin really are. Who they've become. The lengths they're willing to go to. What they did to that Lydian. It's hard to accept. That everything I thought I knew, so much was a lie.
I'm sorry you had to see that. I needed your help, but I didn't intend to show you something so disturbing.
Well, I can't unsee it. But we Hotari don't cower from an unpleasant truth.
Commander Rydick, you're needed on the bridge at once.
What is it?
The Hotari have agreed to meet.
Hopefully it's not a trick.
They haven't found us yet.
We can't just wait to be rescued. We have no idea when or if the Resolute is gonna catch up. But if we can get access to the Zeldi systems, we might be able to figure out what the Takan are up to. You got somewhere we could do that?
Not really, but I guess we'll around.
For how uptight the Illidians are, their cargo bay is kind of a mess.
Come on, Carter. We need to stick with the tall guy.
I'm right here, don't worry about it.
Up there? Alright. Edsolar, let's do this.
Wait.
The internal sensors.
How is he still breathing?
When they scan the ship for life signs, they'll know right where we are.
There must be devices that perform the scan.
Right there. And there. There's several of them around the room.
Got it. We'll disable them.
How? They're too high to reach, even for me.
Not too high for our phasers.
Low power, Nelly. Let's not set off any fire alarms.
I got the ones over here.
Got one.
I guess it's already dead.
Another down.
Hurry, Carter!
I am. Only one left.
Where's the other one?
Here it comes.
If they don't work though, then they'll know something's wrong, right?
It worked. They won't be able to detect us.
That buys us some time.
Now that the Zeldi has its power again, I might be able to access some of the ship's systems from here. I'll take care not to give away our position.
I mean...
The Takan might not even know we're still on board this ship. Miranda only saw us transport away. She probably thinks we're back on the Resolute.
Miranda.
Don't give up on her yet, Carter. She had you in her sights, and she didn't shoot. That means the real Miranda is still in there. The Takan don't have her. Not completely, at least. She must still feel something.
The person who shot at us wasn't Miranda. Don't think for a second that she turned on us. Because I don't.
Neither do I. I know she played us, used her sympathies, your relationship to break out of sickbay. But maybe there's a way to turn her back and Miranda could help us stop the Takan. Here, on the ship. Just because the Trill joining is permanent doesn't mean the Takan bioforming has to be.
I've heard enough of your prattling on about your friend. You have to think like a soldier. She's our enemy now. She'll be dealt with like the rest of the Takan.
My friend Miranda is not responsible for what she's doing. The Takan have taken control of her mind. We certainly can't kill her for it.
Speak for yourself. If anyone threatens the Empire, they are the enemy. It's just one life, and it's already been lost.
You don't get to talk about Miranda.
You don't get to ignore the truth.
We don't like this any more than you do. The Takan are a threat to all of us. They turned our crewmates too. Do you really think they're gonna stop there?
No.
And yet we still risked our lives to come help you, and not everyone made it.
I'll grant that you showed your grit and effectiveness. More than I can say about accessing ship systems. They've blocked out helm control, propulsion. They're closing down systems faster than I can check them. They're always changing these interfaces. I can hardly keep up.
Let us help.
Fine.
I doubt I could do it faster than somebody that knows this
They're
stuff.
using a senior officer's access code to lock down our systems from the bridge. The Takan must have turned someone in command.
Here's something. I can see the course they
Are
have.
we going to be
plotted
able to see what Takan look like? Because that would be cool.
The Lydian fleet has explored a lot of systems, but it's all in the opposite direction of where we're going. The Zeldi, that's where we are.
That's not exactly news.
long way from Hotari space.
I hope the Resolute is all right back there.
We're headed to the edge of the galaxy.
Nothing but uninhabited systems along the way. And if we keep going, we'll leave charted space. A lot sooner than I like to think about, too.
That can't happen. We need to take control and turn this ship around. Get back to the front lines of the battle for Elydia.
We are on the front lines. They're going to do this all over the quadrant. The whole Federation is at risk.
That is a possibility, but it's already a reality for my people.
I'm sure it's pretty damn real for the people who are trapped in their own bodies controlled by the Takan. You can't just turn your back on them.
I'll take this ship without you if I have to. And I'll bring it back to Elydia, or I'll destroy it.
You want to get back to Elydia? You want your vengeance? You'll get it.
I have every intention.
So help us stop this ship. For Elydia. And for everyone.
Very well.
The most important thing is that we get control of this ship. So that we don't end up so far away that the Resolute can't ever catch up to us.
And if we control the Zeldi, that also means they can't use that Cartabula thing.
I'm not sure we can do much more from here.
What's this? It's a data stream.
It looks to be a two-way communication.
Let me see if I could put it through a demultiplexing processor.
Can you get that clearer?
I'm trying.
His voice sounds familiar, but I can't place it.
Okay. That should do it.
Hello? Can you read me?
Itasca, is that you?
Major!
It's my lieutenant. Where are you?
I'm here with some of the others. We're trapped in the ATP.
Our artillery targeting platform.
The bulkheads are sealed, and ruptured power conduits on the other side are discharging at high voltage.
The Elydian guy,
Major, we've
he
seen
sounds
Sigma and the
familiar.
other Hotari. And if we can get free, I think we'll be able to overpower them and take back the ship.
Itasca, are you still there? Itasca, are you still there?
You shouldn't trust anyone else you meet. The Hotari have been transforming people on this ship. We've seen it happen.
Bioforming.
It's only a matter of time before any remaining crew are turned against us. You have to come and help us.
I gotta ask, are you sure that's really your comrade?
It's Itasca. You're going to have to trust me. I know Lieutenant Itasca well. That's her. Clear and not under duress beyond our current circumstances. I'm sure of it.
I can do that, Major.
Then we don't have time to lose. We'll make it to you undetected, and we'll free you from the ATP.
We'll be ready and waiting, sir.
I may not know the computers very well, but I know every inch of this ship. I can get us there, safely, through the back routes.
It looks like a really long gun for the insides of a ship, though. You would think they would have some kind of carbine of some sort. Or use phaser pistols, you know, that are pretty common. Ah, here we are, back again in the throne room, I'm guessing.
You may approach.
Your Majesty, an apology is in order. The Federation...
Spare us your apologies, your excuses, your pathetic explanations. You said you were here under the pretense of peace, yet you trespassed into our minds. I should have known you couldn't be trusted when you sided with the Elydians. Your intentions have been clear from the start.
A warp-disrupting beam originating from Tau was holding our ship hostage. This is a farce. You never had any intention of negotiating a peaceful resolution to this conflict.
Your Majesty, if I may.
Her actions nearly caused a war.
I was addressing the Queen.
Galvin speaks for the Hotari now.
Fortunately, we were able to resolve this ourselves despite your interference. The Illidians have agreed the mines will remain under Hotari control.
We now recognize the Hotari as the sole authority in this region.
Yep, that's definitely fishy to
Your
me.
presence here is no longer necessary.
That makes no sense. What did they do to you?
They convinced us that this was the best deal we were going to get.
I thank you for coming, but the sooner the Federation leaves, the better.
The hell we will.
Captain?
What about my crew trapped aboard that ship? Or what you did to my security team? The data you stole? I want to make one thing clear. No one is to leave Hotari space without Federation approval. No one.
You think you have that power, when in fact you have none. You came here under the presumption you would be the ultimate authority. That you would show up and render judgment in this petty dispute over precious resources between lesser people. But instead, your arrogance and self-interest was your undoing. Blinding you to the real power at work here.
Enough of this nonsense. You're not fooling anyone. We know you're Takan.
I don't know if that was the right choice, but...
Takan. A word I haven't heard in a very long time. At the height of our power, the Takan Empire spanned hundreds of thousands of light years, and trillions of Taconians.
An empire that encompassed what is now considered Federation.
She's one too?
What's yours was once ours, so it feels only right that we reclaim what was lost. Everything you hold dear will be gone. The first of many painful losses to come.
You do realize this will never work. The Federation will stop you no matter what it takes.
Will they? From what I can tell, the Federation is little more than a loose assemblage of the weak and the misguided. But I certainly invite them to try. You might be surprised how many want to be part of the most advanced civilization the galaxy has ever seen. We will not stop until we've reclaimed what is rightfully ours. Imagine what a queen, a starship captain, or even a Federation ambassador could accomplish if their power was wielded by a truly superior entity. In the face of such impossible odds against an adversary so clearly more advanced in every way, the only logical choice is to submit.
Never.
Seize them.
Get us out of here.
Not before I blast all of you.
Rydick to Resolute. Beam us out.
Well, that was terrifying. It's like Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Close quarters combat? Infiltrating an enemy stronghold?
Something like that.
I once spent 6 days crawling through sewers during the siege of Tofar Ket to retake the citadel there. That's just one of many campaigns I've served in.
I'm glad we're here with you. We need your kind of experience.
I should say you do. And I'll be glad to have Lieutenant Itasca with us. She fought shoulder to shoulder with me in that siege.
So you're pretty close, huh?
She's like a daughter to me. She's saved my life more than once. She's more than just a comrade in arms.
Don't worry. We'll get her and the others free.
I'll worry less when that's been done. But once we have my comrades, proper soldiers, we'll be able to retake the bridge. Then, our fleets will catch up to us. The ATP is just down that corridor.
Is this the artillery platform?
This is the power distribution for the forward armament cluster.
It looks like it's seen better days. That's for sure. So we're gonna have to figure out how to get through there.
There was combat here. Disruptor burns on the walls. Signs of a grenade detonation.
I can see why they're trapped in there. But that's gonna be just as hard for us to cross.
We'll need to find a way to get in there and shut down the power. The distribution conduits have been knocked loose. The currents in those lines would be lethal. Is there any way to power those down?
Each circuit has a control panel that regulates power to the magnetobanks.
I can track connections between the power lines and the control panels. I should be able to clear a safe path to your crew.
We'll get the door open here.
It's heavy.
I'm gonna assume that we're gonna have a puzzle for figuring out how to get across there. Oh, okay, I'm by myself. Great. I gotta look for a console, which is, well, there's one right here, so guess turn off the power and then go to the next one. Oh good, I don't have to do a mini game every time. That's awesome. Man. Here we are. Yep, that's full electricity. Why would they have individual consoles for each one though? That seems kind of counterintuitive. Like you would think that there'd be just like one for the entire room. Or the ship, really. Oh. Okay, guess we're gonna go with it. Nope. There. Shit. Uh-oh. Am I a Star Trek fan? I am, yes.
You! Federation, you made it.
Barely. There's a lot of collateral damage out here.
They'd backed us into a corner.
We did that to drive them out. Put some space between us and the enemy. They're here. Get down!
I think they've given up on capture.
Well, good thing we got more bodies now.
We'll never make it if we go back that way. You! Give me a hand with this! Go! Go! Behind us!
That was cool. Objects with a blast icon over them will explode when shot. Use these to take out multiple enemies. One is a small delay before the explosion triggers.
Go, Federation! You take the lead. We'll keep them busy.
Don't know if I'm doing it properly, but I guess I held them off long enough. Ah. This is fun. Oh shit. Ah, that can't be good.
Hold him back! We can't let him reach the stairs!
Marked enemies are going for the stairs. Stop them. You got it. You know, I actually do want to play Elite Force, but I don't know if it's even playable on modern systems. Ow. Oh no, oh no, 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 no.
Come on, hurry!
Oh shit. I think we lost almost everybody that we tried to save.
No! You can't just run in there.
You must live to fight.
We lost quite a lot of people. But I was doing as best I could, so I don't know if I could have had a different
Let
outcome.
the enemy take them. Hadri and Private Turo.
They weren't the only ones. But if we hadn't, it would have been all of us. I'll have to live with that, and I'll answer for it when I die. It's not the Illidian way to leave one of our own behind. It's a sin to do so.
We're not gonna die. Not if I have anything to say about it.
It's more important that we win. When we were in there, trapped, we agreed that we had to live to fight. Hadri agreed. We said, if one of us was taken, the others wouldn't stop. We'd keep going, make our way to the bridge. They died so we could fight on.
Well,
the Takan don't want
they're
them
not dead yet.
They want to steal their bodies. And steal their minds.
The Takan knows everything the host knows.
That means they know our plan. They know we're heading to the bridge.
It's definitely heating up now.
Tylus, you should be in sickbay.
I'll finish this.
I couldn't just lie there knowing the entire fate of Hotari hangs in the balance. How did it go? You look exhausted.
It went about as well as could be expected, under the circumstances.
Oh, that's a relief, because I was fearing the worst. I heard a rumor that they'd made a deal, that the Illidians agreed to peace. After what we saw Sidron do to the diplomat in the mines, I could hardly believe there was hope, but then... Is that true?
I'm afraid the truth is far worse than that.
There's no deal.
No. They're all Takan now. The Hotari, the Illidians, everyone.
No. That can't be true.
I'm sorry.
Where will I go? I can't go back.
So if they get turned into Takan, do they physically become them as well? So we'll actually be able to see what they look like?
Hotari isn't lost yet. This is far from over. It will be your home again, I promise.
Thank you.
The Federation stands
Oh,
on
I didn't cheer her
You
up.
don't have to
Damn
doubt
it.
for a second.
Yellow alert.
Commander Rydick, we need you on the bridge immediately.
Aw, she's sad.
Commander.
Good to have you back. You didn't opt for the ocular implants.
Maybe someday. The visor was the best the doc could do on short notice.
We've got an Elydian ship, the Veskar, rapidly bearing down on our position.
Yeah, I can't
what
blame
was the Veskar? Now I'm not so sure.
Bring it up on the view screen.
600 kilometers in closing. Still coming straight for
the
us.
fuck?
Commander?
Should we put our shields up? Just as a precautionary measure.
I'd like to avoid escalating this any more than we have to. Whatever the hell this is.
400 kilometers in closing.
How is that
Shields up.
possible?
Ready phasers.
Shields up. Phasers ready. Incoming.
Lock phasers and open fire.
Well, I said to raise shields.
Heavy damage. But deflectors still at full power?
That bypassed our shields entirely.
That's impossible. God damn it, return fire. Everything we've got. Rydek, modulate the shield frequencies. See if you can get us any cover.
It bypasses our
Commander, I got
shields.
this. Just keep firing.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Shields still have no effect.
That doesn't make sense.
I'll try another. There!
We've got incoming! How do they keep matching our shield frequency?
They couldn't. Unless... They've compromised our shield algorithms. They can bypass our shields at will.
What?
That's why they got the chips.
He's out cold.
Well, I guess it's my call then.
Why'd they stop?
Damage report.
Running on emergency power. Major hull damage on decks 4 through 7. Warp core is stable and intact.
We're completely vulnerable.
Commander, we're being held by the Veskar. It's Galvin.
Well, that's great.
On screen.
Guess time to be the interim captain till Captain Solana wakes up.
Commander Rydek, where's your captain?
I am the captain now.
At least, not yet.
You're dealing with me. Is that a problem?
One inferior life form is as good as another. I have to give you credit, Commander. You survived longer than I thought you would. But make no mistake, your shields are useless, your weapons ineffective, and there's nothing you can do. I could destroy you at any moment, but I'd rather hear your pleas for mercy first. Your existence is entirely in my hands.
It's entirely possible you could destroy us. But the truth is, we're worth more to you alive than dead. Better if we report back to Starfleet about the power of Taconian technology, and the futility of fighting it.
There might be value in that. I've been thinking about what you said, Commander. That the Federation would stop me no matter what. Your performance in this encounter has not supported that claim.
The Veskar's weapons are powering up.
Well, that's not good. Let's hope for a sneak attack or something.
But the Takan are not mere savages.
I'm hoping some fleet would come out of the warp and take them by surprise.
Because there's merit to the idea you're worth more to me alive. Tell your Federation the Takan are as merciful as they are powerful. That you were fortunate to escape with your lives.
This isn't over.
I assure you, we've only just begun.
I've lost their signal.
Why is there crystals all over the ship?
Nothing. It's untraceable, just like before.
Notify Ambassador Spock. I want everyone in the briefing room to discuss our options.
What's the status of the repairs?
Hull breach should be patched up in a matter of hours. Impulse power is at 67%. Should be fully restored soon.
Still no luck tracking Galvin's warp signature. They've all but disappeared.
Keep trying. Finding that son of a bitch is the best shot we've got.
Commander Rydick, you had the con after the ship was attacked. What is your assessment, given our current situation and the losses we have suffered?
It would appear we are severely outmatched.
In that case, we might have an option. Portal 6-3, Guardian of the Takan Empire. If anyone could find Galvin, it would be him.
That's assuming he's willing to help us.
True, but there's only one way to find out.
Wouldn't we need to secure authorization from the Federation Council to contact him?
The nearest Federation outpost is Andoria. I can travel there by shuttle and inform them personally of the threat from the Takan. Meanwhile, the Resolute can travel to the Delphi Ardu system in search of Portal 6-3.
I still have my doubts.
I do not. Captain William T. Riker has first-hand experience with the area and with Portal 6-3. His guidance will prove invaluable and should alleviate your concerns.
Delphi Ardu 4 is a restricted zone for good reason. For all we know, we could be walking into a trap. Not to mention the high likelihood Portal 6-3's allegiance will be with the Takan. It's just too much of a risk. A waste of time. Time we can't afford to lose.
According to Commander Riker's records of meeting Portal 6-3, he was willing to listen to reason. We may be able to convince him that Galvin is wrong.
Or he'll just be happy to learn his civilization is making a comeback. In which case, we only compound the problem.
I am inclined to agree with Commander Rydick. Her logic is sound. This portal may have knowledge that proves to be invaluable, including information on the nature of the Cartabula. We must act on the facts at hand.
Then we'll give it our best.
I'll arrange a meeting with Captain Riker.
And I will speak with the Council. They need to understand the magnitude of the situation. I can leave for Andoria immediately. I wish you luck finding Portal 6-3. The very future of the Federation may rest in your hands.
Well, that's great and all, but I don't want that
It takes a
responsibility.
minimum of 8 crew on the bridge to run the ship. So we can expect at least that many hostiles.
If they bioformed Hadri, they know we're coming.
Which means everyone needs to be ready for... Take cover!
Now what? We need that door sealed.
We can handle that. Where do you need us?
There's an access panel there. You should be able to patch into the local systems.
We'll be shot getting there.
I'll cover you. On my signal. Now!
Damn.
Do I know what I'm looking for here? I guess so. I mean, it is alien technology, but, you know, whatever. Guess this will work.
Gravity. If I invert the artificial gravity inside the bridge, that'll throw anyone on the bridge right up into the ceiling.
He'll never see it coming.
Itaska, get ready to charge.
Charge?
There's some gravity polarity. Now!
Ooh, that's gonna hurt.
Amazing.
Close it!
How do we get them down?
Well, they probably got concussions.
What are we gonna do with them?
We don't have time to take prisoners.
So you're just gonna shoot him?
I haven't decided yet.
That's not just up to you.
I'm the ranking officer.
And we're not in your army.
These prisoners can be useful to us. But if you kill them, we'll never know.
I can live with that.
Well, I can't.
You're an engineer, not a soldier. This is clearly my territory.
You think you have enemy combatants here? This is a hostage situation. Each one of them has an innocent life inside. I'll keep watch on them.
As will I.
That's probably not going to be good, but
Guard
okay.
down around the enemy.
Petty Officer Diaz and I will figure out how to stop the ship.
Let's hurry. The rest of the Takan could show up any minute. Crystals. They're all over this place.
So I gotta listen for the chirping noise.
These crystals are Takan technology. They seem to be active, just like the rest of their tech. Tetrametric pulses.
Tetrametric?
It's the energy signature of Takan technology. Everything they make gives off this type of radiation.
They're blocking the inputs. It's not responding at all. Everything I try, it just ignores me.
If we're careful, maybe we can blast the crystals off with our phasers.
All right. Just use caution.
Not a scratch.
There are other consoles to try.
Oh, this one doesn't have anything. I suppose we could try it.
There are two interfaces on top of each other.
This is not Lydian programming.
So then, what do we do about that? I already messed around with that one. Let's see, maybe this.
This console looks unaffected. Engine's a red line, running at full power. But this main drive manifold is spiking way over nominal levels.
Very dangerous.
Even at 100% output, the warp cores wouldn't push this much plasma to the drive section.
That much reactor output would drive us past the theoretical top speed of this ship. So how fast are we actually going?
We're gonna be there in less than an hour.
We can't let that happen.
Hold on, it would take days to go this distance with our fastest ship. We're traveling at a warp factor many times greater than this ship should even be capable of. Even with the engines pushed as hard as they are, they wouldn't produce this speed.
Whether it's these crystals, or the power from the Cartabula, the Takan have found a way to increase the engine output and top speed. We have to find a way to hit the brakes before we outrun anyone who could help us.
We stop it, so they can't get this ship where they're going, and enact the next phase of their plan. That is, if they don't destroy us all first. I would have thought this ship would disintegrate going this speed.
So what is their endgame? They've transformed individuals, they've transformed this ship, in a way. How far will they go?
As far as we let them. Their technology certainly doesn't seem to have limits.
They're cheating. They got hacks.
To think what the Cartabula could do if it was plugged into something it was meant to power.
Okay, we're gonna scan that. Scan that. Thing we haven't scanned. Well, I can scan that, I guess. If I could get down there. Here we are. King Sombra would like to know your location. What, because of the crystals?
Takan language.
From what I can tell, the ship's systems are actively responding to input.
Which is the opposite of how most bridges work. They usually send commands, not receive them.
It's from an intrusive program. This control station won't do us any good either.
Damn it.
What have they done to this bridge?
Consoles running themselves, some clogged up with crystals that are sending off tetrametric pulses.
But none of this is sending signals outward. It's receiving.
They're flying the ship from somewhere else.
That should be impossible. But it explains why there's less than a full bridge crew. If they aren't flying the ship from the bridge, where are they controlling it from?
Let's ask the prisoners. I mean, I assume that they will probably escape somehow, and then we chase them down, and then go to another location and figure out exactly what's going on, yada yada, but now, explore.
Careful where you point that thing.
It's not active. I can't see any way this would work as a weapon. It's dead.
Out of ammo?
I'm not sure.
It probably is only active when a Takan holds it.
Got some answers.
I don't like what they tell us, though.
If we can learn nothing else, then what's left is to make these Takan talk. And if they don't, we'll dispose of them.
Hey, that's not how we do this.
That is enough from you.
Well, it was a dead
I
gun.
thought that thing was useless.
It was. No power. Until he touched it. Weapons must be
Yep,
bio-coded.
I knew it.
Our technology will only work for one of our kind.
I can assure you, this weapon works just fine for me.
Slow down, Arminta.
You can't control the ship with the disruptor.
But I can use it to control you.
Ah!
Let's talk.
Dun dun dun. And another
The Titan's
cut over.
communications officer says Captain Riker will be ready in just a moment. You need to see this. The report on the data breach.
Damn. It's worse than I'd hoped. They didn't just compromise our shields. They stole the shield algorithms for all of Starfleet as well.
Oh, shit.
Meaning every ship is potentially vulnerable to attack, making this so much worse than it already was.
Given the potential consequences, we should notify Starfleet as soon as possible.
I don't disagree, but I'll reach out to Ambassador Spock about it. I don't want to cause a panic, and I doubt he does either.
I have Captain Riker for you.
Let's not mention any of this shield business to Riker just yet. Put him through. Captain Riker, this is my first officer, Commander Jara Rydek.
My pleasure.
Sir.
I wish we were all meeting under better circumstances.
So do I, although you and I have actually met before.
We have?
I was a young lieutenant on the Potemkin. You were first officer on the Tuckerman. I piloted you and our science officer in a shuttle to survey quantum resonance in the planetary rings of Resurgence 6.
Ah, yes. Now I remember.
You know, he gave me some good advice that day about a very difficult job. Yours.
Well, I'm not one to turn down some words of wisdom, sir.
Then let me ask, as first officer on a starship, where does your responsibility lie, first and foremost? To the captain, the crew, or the ship itself?
Oh, this old chestnut. I am curious to hear what she says, though.
I mean, I'd say the crew.
Ultimately, my responsibility is to the crew at large.
The needs of the many. You have been hanging around Ambassador Spock. But the truth is, it's a trick question. Every situation is different, and there are no easy answers. And in some cases, it might not be any of those three. It could be the Prime Directive. Or the mission.
Yes, so perhaps we should get to the matter at hand. When you were with the Enterprise, you encountered a Takan entity known as Portal 6-3. The Enterprise was held captive in orbit until you were able to convince him to let the ship go.
All of which is detailed in the mission report.
What we want from you is what we can't get from the report. What can we use to get Portal 6-3 to help us?
I've often thought about that over the years. How a small difference in the encounter could have led to disaster. The most important thing is, don't let him push you around. He can appear as a man or as a godlike projection. He'll test you, but don't be overwhelmed by the pageantry and theatrics.
I'll stand up to him. You can trust in that.
Good, but that's just the first step. Portal is full of bluster and bravado, but he can be reasoned with. And that's my other piece of advice. You want to appeal to him rationally. You don't want him thinking you're acting out of fear.
But we are afraid of the Takan, and with good reason.
He's not the sort to suffer fools. And he'll lose interest if he feels his time is being wasted.
I suppose that's one thing we have in common.
Do you think he knows that the Takan have returned?
He didn't even know they were gone when we went there. But the moment the Enterprise dropped into orbit around Delphi Ardu 4, he downloaded the entirety of the ship's computer. So I'd expect the same when you get there.
What if he won't cooperate and we have to face these Takan ourselves?
Then we have a much bigger problem on our hands.
What I mean is, in the 16 years since you discovered this outpost, there has to have been research. Battle plans for what to do about the Takan if we encountered more of them. I need to know what they are.
If I had that answer, it would have been the first thing I told you.
We both know Command has had their share of hidden plans in the past. Like Admiral Hansen and Captain Shelby's Special Projects Division at Starfleet Tactical, devising new ways to take on the board.
Trust me, this isn't some Starfleet conspiracy to keep you in the dark. But if you two don't think you're equipped to make contact, you need to tell me now. Because there is no silver bullet here. Now's not the time to hesitate. I need to know you're up to this.
There are some things you can't be prepared for. And if there are no specific tactical solutions, we'll just have to take our chances. After all, risk is our business.
We try to mitigate that risk as best we can. But the Starfleet we know today was built on that attitude.
Well said.
There was a special task force that considered the Takan, and I was part of it. But because there were no other signs of the Empire, we determined the best course of action was to create a restricted zone around the Delphi Ardu system. I have my concerns, but I'll clear the way with the brass for your travel into the restricted space. Just remember what I've told you. And it wouldn't hurt to read some Sun Tzu en route. Or Marcus Aurelius.
Thank you for your support, Captain Riker.
I wish I could be there myself. But my first officer would probably see to it that I stay on the bridge while they get all the excitement on the away mission. The burdens of command. Rest assured, the Federation is taking this threat very seriously. You won't be alone out there for too long.
Thank you, Captain Riker.
One more thing. Ambassador Spock said that Takan stole some data from your central computer. What's that all about?
We're still assessing the extent of the breach. Nothing to report as of right now.
That's it? Ambassador Spock suggested it was something more serious. Which is why I'm asking.
There was a lot of data stolen. A lot to sift through.
Yes, we're still making sure our assessment is accurate. We don't want to raise alarms unnecessarily.
I'd raise that alarm pretty loudly if I were you. There's a lot riding on this. And if it comes to it, the Titan and I will be ready to personally lend a hand in this fight.
Let's hope it doesn't get that far.
Well, I hope that doesn't backfire on me. Getting a achievement for not telling him.
Not getting too specific with Riker about the data breach. Better we handle this ourselves, without all of Starfleet hearing about it.
I trust you had a good reason for withholding this information from Captain Riker.
This information will send a shockwave through the entire fleet. I'm sure Spock will agree. It should be compartmentalized on a strictly need-to-know basis. I have more research to do. So do you. I'm sure the ship's computer has Sun Tzu in its library. Dismissed.
I have Sun Tzu in my library. And Marcus Aurelius, funny enough.
It's the automated Federation warning buoy. Transmitting the disable code Captain Riker provided.
That was unpleasant. Commander Ermont, what are the conditions of our systems?
All internal systems operational.
Commander Westbrook, what are your scans of the planet?
Nothing out of the ordinary.
No sign of this outrageously powerful Takan being?
I'm running a magneton scan now, but so far, nothing.
Where are you? Prep your way, team. We don't know if Portal 6-3 will cooperate. He's not an asset. He's an enemy. So be ready for anything.
Okay, so we got 3 science officers, 2 security officers, and a commander.
Prove you're worth keeping alive for a little while longer.
I cannot stop this ship any more than you could stop the tides.
Not good enough.
Partridge in a pear
The
tree.
impotent threats of a lower life form do not sway me. I will not bend to you. I was born 600,000 years ago.
Are you the scion of the flame?
My name is Zan Utlosa. I was born in the final days of the Age of Makto. And we are all scions of the flame. Every one of us who have traveled across the Bridge of Time to be here for the Great Awakening. We have all sworn ourselves to the cause.
Eventually, one of you will break.
You don't understand how overmatched you truly are. This craft was nothing before we imbued it with the speed required by our mission. And the Cartabula produces enough energy to drive an entire fleet of ships like this one. But when we wake the Aphelion, we won't need a fleet.
The Aphelion?
Only then will you understand the might of the Takan Empire. Reborn in this time.
And when you wake the Aphelion, what are you going to do with it?
Anything we want.
Come on! This goes from bad to worse unless you do what they say.
Oh, I don't know if that was good.
Then he will. Or we cut off his hands and use them ourselves.
The moment I reduce speed or change our heading, the others will know. First, they'll just resume course from elsewhere. Trivial matter. And then, they will come here. For you. This is a dead end.
But wouldn't you want that? You take the ship off course, your friends come here to your rescue. So why are you warning us?
Because I value my own life. When my fellow scions come, and they will come, I expect you'll all act like the savages you are, and a battle will ensue. We've all died once. I don't intend to do so again. I won't touch those controls. If you want to get us killed, do it yourselves.
You fear death. There's a way to stop this ship for good, and he knows how. He just needs more pressure.
What kind of pressure?
We hurt him, he'll talk. Trust me.
That's against Starfleet protocol.
You're not on a Starfleet ship. Your protocol does not apply. We take the action that will lead to our victory. Don't assume your moral code takes precedence above all others.
I get the impression you know how to make people talk. Think you can break his arm?
No, don't!
What the hell, Carter? We don't torture people. Did you forget what uniform you're wearing? What it stands for? This isn't like you.
He'll live. Isn't that what you want?
Don't you twist my words like that.
I have only
He's
just
not even
begun.
human anymore, so I don't even feel for him.
Wait. The warp cores. Our technology is amplifying the ship's output, and it still relies on the warp cores to provide plasma to the engines. Disable those, and the ship grinds to a halt.
Sabotage.
This display is for all life forms on the ship. This is where the infiltrators are, the central artery of ship systems. Sensors, propulsion, weapons. And this is engineering.
It's deserted.
If I can get us there, can you cripple my ship? Not something I'd normally ask, but I'm coming around to it.
I got this. I'm an engineer. This is my territory.
Then we'll follow your lead.
This plan of yours has one problem. It strands us. Left out of the fight when there's a war going on.
Our fight is here, now. This is how we do the most good. For the Empire.
For the Empire.
So, Carter, you didn't beam out after all. I thought you'd escaped when we boarded. I had almost hoped you'd made it off. And Nilly's there with you too, right? It's good you two are together. I know you're here, Carter. Your technology is so simple to us. You're not a fighter. I know it. You know it.
I hate that.
That's why you're hiding. Somewhere on this ship. But the Takan Empire has so much to offer you. Think of all the knowledge lost for 500,000 years that you'd have access to. I know you want more from life, and I want to show you what you could be a part of. Not just the wonders you've already seen from us. In our time, we had the power to move stars. Carter, you have a thirst for discovery.
You don't know what you're doing. Miranda, we can help you, but you have to fight.
Miranda is a part of us now. She's accepted that.
You're lying.
I have no reason to lie. Every one of us on this crusade has fought wars more brutal and consuming than you could fathom. But I want to reach a peaceful resolution to this. Carter, we have a plan for you. And for the others, too. We don't want to have to destroy you.
You think there's some sort of compromise to be had here? After all you've done? The only end of this is when you surrender.
After all we've done? You can't think we'd give up now. We can continue this conversation in person. I'll see you on the bridge very soon.
Our comm badges. She's tracking our location with them.
If we have to use force to free our fellow Scions, there will be casualties.
We can't stay here. And we need to disable the transmitters.
Where'd you go? You don't want to talk to me?
She's trying to keep you talking.
I mean, I get it.
Hopefully I can fix this so then
Got
it
Mine's done too.
it can be used later.
You've forgotten something. They know where we're going.
Set to stun. You're not going to shoot a guy who's unconscious, are you?
You keep getting in my way.
You already broke his arm. What more do you want to do?
I want to eliminate loose ends.
And I did that for you.
You know what? You can argue on the way. Now let's move it.
Damn, he's got a backbone. Was not expecting that. Okay, now I guess we're going to be playing as the commander, meeting a Takan. Why is his name Portal, though? That's a very weird name. I don't actually know the lore for this. I have not.
Unlike
I have
Riker,
not seen the
we
episode.
beamed down
So
without a problem.
It's quiet.
Portal has to know we're here.
If he won't come to us, we'll go to him. Spread out.
Portal 6-3. That's such a weird name.
Already gave it a scan. Dead. Whole planet feels like it's been turned to stone.
Looks like a man-made bridge.
This is where Portal 6-3 projected his image.
He was guarding this bridge. That has to mean something.
We'll move forward when you're ready, Commander.
Well, yeah, I suppose the characters from MLP do have weird names as well, so... I mean, it's imaginative, I suppose.
Follow me.
And if the guy is a gatekeeper of some kind, then...
M's here.
Makes sense. Kind of.
Is it me, or did that path just disappear?
There was a path there a moment ago.
There must be an explanation.
The guy is just like, oh no. Looks so lost. Yeah, crystals.
Tetrametric pulses.
Same energy as the other Takan technology.
Most of the crystals appear dormant. What's different about this one?
Readings indicate there's a cavity in the rock right behind it.
We
Well,
could
he's
try
yellow
melting a
shirt
hole
now,
through the
not
wall with our
red shirt.
phasers.
Worth a try.
Whoa!
An illusion.
I'm sure that wall was as real as the rest of them. I felt it.
It's almost like our holodeck technology, but far more advanced.
The crystals must be absorbing the energy from our phasers.
I'm picking up something. A biosignature. It's faint, but it's there.
With me.
Now remember, this is after they switched from... they switched red and gold to the opposite sides. So red is command now instead of gold.
Another dead end.
Or another illusion.
Crewman LaRue, if you would.
Yep.
Duval to Resolute. Beam Crewman LaRue directly to medical.
Typical red shirt, but in this case,
Is
gold
he
shirt.
okay?
He'll live.
Not all crystals work the same, it seems.
Don't fire your phasers at any crystals unless we're sure they're putting out the same pulses as before.
Commander, I may be able to speed up the process. I can now detect many different wavelengths of radiation simply by looking. The Takan radiation is unusual, so I can't quite clear it all up, but I was able to eliminate many of the non-tetrametric crystals. Your tricorder should warn you.
That's an enormous help. Thank you, Lieutenant.
It's my honor.
Tricorder to find tetrametric crystals and shoot them with your phaser. Radiation is visible through tricorder. Alright.
Tetrametric. Good sign.
I'm a fire my phaser.
Commander!
Look at that.
Trust, but verify.
Indeed.
We don't have any data about what's below the surface on Delphi Ardu 4. And I don't feel a particularly strong urge to find out.
Then that makes two of us.
It's probably a very long way down. So, I guess we just go across. Yeah, I would be hesitant too, but it seems to hold up. Or not. Huh. So, hopefully we made it is there anybody still over there? Probably.
I assume you've noticed the bridge we crossed to get here is no longer tangible.
Ah, bit of a problem.
If logic prevails, there's a way to get it back by finding the right crystal to phaser. I'm getting some faint tetrametric readings from inside that mountain.
Then I'll head over there.
And I'll stay here, in case the bridge decides to come back.
Okay. So, look for green. Do not discharge phaser at this crystal. Yeah, I gotta look for green instead of blue, so obviously that's what we're looking for. Aha!
Good.
That opened up a path. And it's probably gonna close. Oh. Nope, it's not closed, but okay. Well, I guess I go forward then. A lot of crystals here. But I heard something. Yeah. Oh, maybe this way.
Tetrametric. Better go see what's different.
Oh. Ah. Yep. That's solid, all right. Oh. Yeah, this is different. Simba. Definitely don't see anything, but be something. Okay, let me think. I'm at the edge here. What if it's where this? Oh, wait a minute. Huh? Oh, that's weird. I'm assuming that's it. It definitely didn't show up on the scanner before.
We'll make sure it's safe.
It's a hauntingly beautiful world, but also very weird. Just feels wrong.
Incredible.
The plants here are actually alive. Is this the biosignature you detected, Doctor?
No, not a match.
Tetrametric.
Then it's creating an illusion as well.
Based on the data we have so far.
Only one thing left to do.
Blast it.
Doctor, be ready to beam us out if it turns out we're wrong.
Duval to resident. Lock transporter on away team.
Okay, phew.
Amazing.
Thus we open up a portal to hell.
In any Federation record.
The plants.
Barbarians.
It's him.
How dare you disturb me? I'd hoped you had enough sense to leave.
Oh, look,
of
it's
your own
David Bowie.
accord, but here you stand. Fools. In another time, I would have destroyed you and your ship simply for setting foot in this place. Fortunately for you, that time has passed.
Portal 6-3, Guardian of the Takan Empire. We've come a long way to meet you.
Guardian. I am guardian of nothing. The Takan no longer exist. Don't care to be reminded. If this is why you've come, then you should leave. Now.
I'll cut right to it. The Takan have returned.
Returned? My people have come back? How can that be? I've been alone for so long. If it is true, how did they return?
Draconian technology made it possible. To enable the transfer of consciousness from one being to another after physical death. We call it bioforming. A group of Draconians calling themselves Scions of the Flame used it to reawaken after hundreds of millennia.
Scions of the Flame?
Is something wrong?
I'd hardly call them Takan. They were a radical faction with beliefs outside the mainstream. Beliefs that lesser life forms should serve as vessels to ensure Takan immortality. You want me to help you destroy them. That's why you've come. You want to destroy these Scions.
Well, yes.
You don't have to do anything except help us find them. If that's all you want to do.
I don't believe that.
They have an incredibly powerful energy source they call the Cartabula.
These Scions have the Cartabula.
And they've used it as a weapon against us.
I will speak with you alone.
Jesus Christ. I was not expecting that.
Where are we? Where's my team?
They're safe where we left them.
Oh.
That the
Okay.
Scions have stolen the Cartabula is deeply concerning. And to be honest, I'd rather speak with you alone, John Rydick.
Okay, this is giving me vibes of the Outsider from Dishonored.
Your colleagues don't know what it means to be the last of one's kind. You and I are remnants of fallen civilizations. The Kobliad, the Takan. One dying, one dead. Our species could not be more different, but we both know the meaning of loss. The others wouldn't understand. It's beyond their ability to comprehend.
We're more alike than you might realize, in that we accept the inevitability of loss.
If only you understood the glory of the Takan Empire's past.
Do you really want me to get a workout while we're trying to talk here? Actually, this kind of reminds me of the Dragon Age Immaterium.
Tell me, why
I think it's called.
spend your days away from your own people when so few of them are left? Why live your life working for this federation to which the Kobliad do not even belong? And submit yourself to their authority? It makes no sense. Not by my logic.
It's true, the Kobliad chose not to join the Federation when the offer was made. And I could have chosen to stay on my home planet, waiting for the next shipment of Duridium to arrive, biding my time and fearing for the worst. Instead, I chose to embrace the future, not fear it. Joining Starfleet gave me the opportunity not just to help my own people, but countless more. You told Riker you'd wait until you were needed. You're needed now. We need you.
As much as it pains me to learn the Cartabula has fallen into the hands of the Scions, my services are not up for offer.
Am I able to fail this? Or is it just going to affect the outcome, but then it's still somehow in B? I don't know how this works.
To be chosen as a portal was to give one's entire self to the cause of protecting the Takan Empire. I left behind everything I know, and now you want me to turn against my own people. A betrayal of my oath, and everything I vowed to protect.
These aren't the Takan you knew. They're a facsimile. They're imposters. And they tarnish the Takan name.
We've faced these questions in my time as well. What you call bioforming, we thought of as a marginal science. But if these reborn Takan plan to restore the Empire, is that a disaster to be avoided? Takonian technology is so advanced, it could save millions of species currently on the brink of extinction, including your own. And at the price of a small few, think of how the many could benefit.
Yeah, there could have been other
Instead,
portals.
It sounds as if you are reacting out of fear, before you have a full understanding of what's at stake. I don't think you've given this full consideration. You may have more to gain than to lose.
You told me your people didn't use bioforming. That's because you knew it was wrong. Wrong to employ on an individual basis, and surely wrong on a galactic scale.
You are correct. The Takan did not use bioforming on a large scale. That the way these Scions are using it would not have been accepted when the Empire still stood. I'm curious to see these scions masquerading as true Takon. So I will go with you, and we shall find them. But when we do, I will judge them myself as a guardian of the Takon.
I'm guessing this guy is a true Takon.
Understand their true intentions, for better or worse.
It's certainly your right to make your own decisions. I won't tell you otherwise.
Very well. I'll return now.
Like, guess we've earned his trust enough.
Commander!
Hold your fire. I'm all right. He's coming with us.
We assumed the worst.
She's perfectly fine. Now then, shall we?
All right. We can beam up your... Do you have any equipment or tools?
That's cool as shit.
This is all I need.
Oh. He's got the glove.
Away team +1. Ready to beam up.
He's got the gauntlet, a thing from Avengers. Shit. What's it called? Man, I'm a bad fan of Marvel. I don't remember what it was called.
4 warp cores. That's interesting.
Redundancy. If one goes down in battle, we can still operate.
Makes this more difficult, though.
This ship can maintain warp with half the cores offline. We'll need to disable 3 of them.
Where are the engine schematics? Power flow routing charts.
We're soldiers, not engineers. I thought you would know what to do.
We understand how to
okay.
operate it under normal conditions.
We'll do our part, you do yours. Anything that comes through that door, stop it.
That I can do.
You at least know where we should start?
This way.
Shiny stairs. Shiny everything, really.
What are we dealing with?
You're dealing with a lot. Thermostatic sensor relays temperature signals to automated coolant valve controls. Okay. I don't think those are words, but alright. Oh, wait. Oh.
Really high. Makes sense, since they've been producing at max output since we left Hotari space.
No ship can run for very long like that. Not before a catastrophic failure hits.
It's right on the edge. We just need to figure out a way to give it a push.
I bet that console down there could tell us a few things.
Of course, the sound's gonna act all wonky. So we gotta get down there, and I'm assuming that's this way. So we just came down from there.
Whatever we do, we need to make sure that Takon can't undo it.
So we need a way to permanently disable the reactors that won't destroy the ship and kill us all in the process.
You thinking what I'm thinking?
Warp core ejection. So the question is, how do we make it happen? The reactor coolant system is operating at emergency containment levels.
It's just barely keeping the temperature in check.
Maybe we can use that. If it gets this high, their system considers a reactor breach imminent. We saw on the bridge, all 4 warp cores are operating at full capacity. The safety protocols don't look much different from the Resolute. Breach protection. Reduce output, command override. Cease matter, antimatter flow, command override. Emergency warp core ejection. Computer control.
Even command functions can't override one of the most crucial safety measures.
So the protocol's still active. That's good.
Yeah,
Looks like
whatever that means.
Sensors show a core is about to rupture. The computer will eject it automatically rather than risk a breach.
So we need to increase the warp core's temperatures.
If we destroy the coolant regulators, there won't be anything to keep these reactors from going over.
And it will trigger the ejection. Let's peel these suckers open. I'll take that one.
I'll take the one next to it.
The second you two start dumping cores, the Takan will know we're here.
We'll be vulnerable. Stuck in one place while you work.
Start thinking about an escape plan. I have a feeling we're gonna need one.
We'll barricade the door. Work quickly.
I am not good under pressure, so we'll see how well we do on this.
We might not have our tools, but our phasers can do this in a pinch. We better get this right. If we foul it up and this whole thing goes boom, we don't know how much damage that Cartabula will do.
There goes the galaxy.
Could be that bad.
We'll get it right.
Wonder if
It's not
there's
a
any
Starfleet
universal
rule.
threats in Star
The coolant
Trek.
regulator has to be in here somewhere.
Like, they always talk about the galaxy, but what about the universe?
There you are. Time to heat things up.
Warning. Warning. Warp core output at critical level. Ejecting core.
Okay, now they're definitely gonna know we're down here.
Warp core output at critical level. Ejecting core.
Just one more to go.
They're here.
They're cutting through the door.
I thought they barricaded it.
Okay, same as before. We just gotta...
All right. Pew 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 pew. Ah, shit. Man, this is hectic.
Finish!
Hey! Would you mind not shooting at the matter-antimatter reactor?
I'll cover you.
What? No!
Get the warp core done, or we're all dead.
Okay, I am not good under pressure. Ooh. What in the leg? Fire!
Warp core output at critical level. Ejecting core. Warp drive disengaged.
I just hope that was a good idea. Gosh, there's a lot of these damn people here.
Escape plan for me?
I think so.
Shit.
Itasca, can you climb?
No, I don't think so.
I'll see you on the parade grounds of Sorella, my friend.
Ooh, damn, right at the same time. You would think that they would have personal shields of some kind. Lost a bunch of people. Now it's down to 3.
I'm right here.
At least 3 people. Yeah. We had like 10 guys in the room.
Not you too.
Calm yourself, child. It will all be better soon.
This is almost as bad as like the Mass Effect Reaper indoctrination. Perhaps worse.
Return to us. Rejoin the flame.
To reclaim what was lost.
Ah, shoot.
You don't need to watch this.
I do. I want to remember every moment when I make them pay. But this isn't the end. I will avenge Itasca. Swear to me, you will join me in this.
How about we try to save her?
That's a dream.
I swear, we will make them pay for it.
And now we switch over.
There's so much I want to ask you.
There's so little I can tell you. I'm a portal, not a scientist, but I'll certainly do my best. I can only assume this is one of your older starships. One would think, given the importance of your mission, they might send a ship of a more recent vintage.
The Resolute is primarily a research vessel, if that's what you mean. Not a warship.
Although she has been known to hold her own in a fight.
Against what?
Something wrong?
Not at all. The galaxy has grown more diverse since the days of the Takan Empire.
Because you conquered everyone who didn't look like you.
To the contrary. Most lesser civilizations willingly join the Empire to enjoy the benefits of an advanced way of life. But that expansion came with its own set of problems, so I admire your ability to diversify without creating conflict.
There's probably
Always our
some
challenge.
conflict.
And perhaps, ultimately, our downfall.
I can't say that we avoid conflict entirely, but we overcome our differences because of our common interests and a shared sense of purpose. A general belief we are better off united than divided.
A concept almost draconian in principle. We're more alike than you might think. If this is the best you have, then so be it. To locate this scion, Galvin, I'll need full access to your ship's systems.
Full access?
Huh. You must be out of your mind.
No, I'm right here, completely in my mind. Given this is merely a research ship, I won't be able to find him without it. Perhaps I should have made that clear up front.
That shouldn't be a problem.
Excellent.
Solano's gonna flip when he hears this.
I'll see you on the bridge. Captain Solano, I'd like to introduce you to Portal 6-3, Guardian of the Takan Empire.
Pleasure to meet you, Captain.
Likewise. I can't say I've ever met a portal before. There is no modern equivalent. Not within the Federation, at least.
We are incredibly lucky that Portal has agreed to join us.
Your first officer makes a very persuasive argument.
So I've noticed. You spent 600,000 years at your post. That certainly takes an uncommon level of dedication.
We all have our duty.
Of course. But I'm curious. You were stationed there in preparation for what, exactly?
Any and all threats to the Empire.
An empire that no longer exists. Which suggests you weren't very successful.
You said you needed my help. I didn't come here to be insulted. Perhaps that was a mistake. I'd be happy to return to Delphi Ardu at any time.
Of course, the fall of the Empire had nothing to do with you. We know that.
Do you? Because it seems your captain has a different opinion.
I'm merely curious where your allegiances might lie. Clearly it's with the Takan.
Yes, Captain. You have found me out and exposed my true loyalties. To the Takan, not to the Scions of the Flame, who do nothing more than tarnish us in name and reputation and don't deserve to be called Takan. That's why I'm here. And if you'd be so kind as to give me access to your ship's systems, we can get on with it. And you can stop wasting my time.
Access to our systems? That's completely out of the question. Tell me that's not what you promised. We're vulnerable enough as it is. And now we're supposed to give him access to everything?
Captain, I understand your concern, and I don't necessarily disagree.
Odd. You told me you didn't think it would be a problem. Little did you realize the levels of ignorance and incompetence you were up against.
If you're not enjoying your visit to our ship, we'd be more than happy to let you wither away back on your pathetic little rock.
Captain.
Yeah, this captain's a
You clearly
dick.
do not appreciate the magnitude of the threat the Scions pose. So myopic is your focus on your own ego. I will not be leaving until they have been found.
Commander Rydek, a word.
And to think, I waited 600,000 years for this.
You realize that's supposed to be in an incredibly difficult position. I was against seeking him out from the start, but now, to give him access to our systems? It's insane. And you somehow expect me to believe his allegiance is with us? You heard what he said in there. There's no way we can trust him.
I might otherwise agree, but you're missing the most important point. He's a Takan, and he may be loyal to the Takan, but not to the Scions of the Flame. He's against everything they believe in. You heard what he said.
There's too much at stake to be wrong on this.
We sought him out for a reason. To help him find our missing crew, Galvin, and those Elydian ships. This is the plan we agreed to with Ambassador Spock.
Which I never liked. But here we are. You know what this mission means to us. Not just for the Federation, but for me personally. I can't afford another screw-up.
But if we do nothing, then we can't. You can't even.
This could be the end of my career.
We'll take every precaution to make sure we get what we need. I'll keep a close eye on him myself.
I appreciate that. I'm going to trust your instincts on this one. I just hope you're right. For both of our sakes. Let me know if you find anything.
Let's focus on his own career.
We're
It's
good.
really annoying.
You may begin.
It's getting in the way of the
Of
mission.
course, have to make a few modifications.
What kind of modifications?
To find Taconian technology requires Taconian technology. If this Scion Gallivan modified his ships, then I must do likewise to yours.
Whoa.
The galaxy is nearly infinite in size and complexity. This may take a moment.
How long
I
will it
found
take?
something. There you are.
What is it? Galvin?
Someone is using Taconian technology. I can't get the precise bearings, but it's located in the Palisades cluster.
I'll let the captain know. Riding to Solano. I think Portal may have located Galvin.
I'll be right there.
He is
getting
gonna
all
freak
kinds
when
of
he sees
details.
those crystals.
Almost impossible to lock on the energy signature.
Where's he hiding?
In the Palisades cluster.
Interesting. Can you lock in on the location?
Not until you get me closer.
Lieutenant Handar, set a course for the Palisades cluster.
Aye, Captain.
Well, I suppose I owe you an apology. You were right after all. That's what I get for questioning the advice of my first officer.
No apology necessary. Your concerns were valid.
Nonetheless, I should learn to trust your instincts, which were absolutely right. Nice work. Let me know if you find anything more.
Will do. What's wrong?
I didn't want to say anything until I was certain. But the reason for the interference is simple. There's a Taconian device on this ship being used to block the signal. Whoever planted it was exceptionally clever. They knew how and where to hide it. But they have underestimated my abilities.
Engineering.
Take care of the Taconian device, and I can find Galvan for you. It's designed to interfere with all transmissions, or at least delay and confuse the effort to find Galvan's ship.
Hold on. My understanding is that Takan technology requires a Takan to operate. Is there another Takan on this ship?
The Scions could have someone on the ship, doing everything they can to stop us from finding Galvan.
Don't worry, I'll get this fixed. We're going to find that ship.
Again, that's much like the Mass
Engineers
Effect
would have found
Reapers
this
thing.
device already if it wasn't well hidden. Better to rely on my tricorder. There's a lot of noise in here. I should scan the device putting out the most radiation to filter it out.
Well, that would probably be this warp core thing, which I probably shouldn't be
That's
near.
better. Most other radiation sources in here are well contained. There's definitely tetrametric radiation nearby. But even with the gain boosted, it's getting drowned out by other sources of radiation in here.
Let's see. Doop 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 doop. Oh. Oh, that seems like something. Nope, never mind. It was not something. Was lighting up more this way. Okay. Let's be on this side. Bing, bing. Oh, there it is.
A little bit of harmless radiation leakage here, but enough to mask the tetrametric pulses. Easy enough to cancel out. There's still something drowning out the tetrametric radiation. I need to find it so I could filter it out as well.
Okay, so it's gotta be this way. That thing.
Jeffrey's tubes thump harmonics from all over the ship. I'll filter that out. There we go. I'm getting a clear tetrametric signal now.
Oh, this way. Ah, there it is. I found it.
Found it.
Ah, how does this work?
Excuse me, do you belong here? Commander Rydek. I'm sorry, I didn't know it was you.
Paul. Calloway, right?
Yes, You know, it means a lot that you remembered. What, are you doing back here? I don't mean to pry, but first officers don't usually go digging around engineering compartments.
Sorry, it's not something I can go into.
Right, of course. Forget I asked.
There is one thing you can help with. Have you seen anyone else in here recently that might seem out of the ordinary? Maybe someone who doesn't work in engineering.
Not that I can think of, but I can ask around. I'm here almost all the time, but maybe someone else noticed something?
That would be great. Just be discreet about it. I don't want anyone to be alarmed.
Discretion is my specialty. Oh,
Good.
I'll leave you alone already.
He didn't suspect anything.
Oh, come to think of it, that Hotari woman was down here earlier with Dr. Duval finishing the last of the bioscans.
Tylus?
That would be out of the ordinary, right?
Thank you.
Why would Tylus be down here?
Maybe Tylus saw something. Tylus, can I speak to you for a moment?
Of course. Is something wrong?
There's something happening. I may need your help. This is important.
How can I help?
When you were in engineering with Dr. Duval, did you notice anything out of the ordinary? Or anyone?
Not particularly. Why?
I found this, hidden in a compartment down there.
That's Draconian technology. Does that mean there's a Scion on board? But Dr. Duval bioscanned everyone. Every deck, every crew member, I've seen the logs. She couldn't have been more thorough.
We have to trace every contact, starting with engineering, which is where the device was planted.
At least that narrows the list. But we still have to go back quite a while.
Whatever it takes.
It could be anyone.
That includes both of us.
You want me to get scanned? Better to know for sure, right? I'll admit, I was around the Scions as much as anybody.
I would feel more comfortable if you did.
I understand.
What the hell? That was weird.
Clear.
Now it's your turn.
Sure.
Clear.
Don't sound so surprised.
You spend plenty of time with the Scions as well. You never know.
Let's get to it. The search starts in engineering. Whoever planted the device most likely did it within the last few hours. So I'll start by running a scan, tracking everyone who came through engineering over the last day, in reverse order.
Trust but
It's gonna
verify.
take forever to sort through the number of people that were in engineering.
I'll filter out the duplicates.
That helps.
Cross-referencing this list with everyone who's traveled to Hotari.
Now this is manageable.
Filtering for outliers. People who don't work in engineering. Let's see who's left.
Captain.
No. This can't be right.
What?
Of the people that went to Hotari and visited engineering, it could only have been Captain Solano.
According to this, he was here while you went down to Delphi Ardu 4. Which would have been the perfect opportunity. And no one would question him. He's the captain.
He fits the profile for the kind of people the Takan want to bioform.
And that explains why he wasn't surprised about the
Authority
crystals.
that can lead to them gaining more control.
Like Galvin, the Queen?
The captain of a Federation starship. What happened when Dr. Duval bioscanned Captain Solano?
That's just it. She never did.
How is that possible?
Something more urgent would always come up. There was nothing she could do. But performing a bioscan is the only way to be absolutely sure.
That's not going to be easy. First thing I need to do is get this device to Portal.
Be careful.
Dun dun.
I'll need it. I've found the device.
Interference is gone. I have located Galvin's ship more precisely. He's in the Usonia system.
So then it worked.
This whole region was one of the most sacred for the ancient Takan. What many consider the birthplace of our civilization. See these comets and planetoids in the outer orbits? Based on their current trajectory, that's Galvin's destination. And legend tells us it's the location of what was once our largest arsenal. Not that we needed it in the late stages of the Empire, but it was there as a precaution nonetheless.
We have to somehow intercept him. How long till he arrives?
Oh, he's much too far ahead of us. We'll never arrive before he does. If Galvin and the other Scions secure the arsenal, they will become extremely dangerous. My people had such power at the height of the Empire. The Takan were as gods, keeping absolute control over countless worlds. I must speak with them directly. However, the presence of this device is worrying. It's highly likely it was placed here by a Scion, hidden among your crew. And it is unlikely
about
this
that.
interference device was the Scion Saboteur's only trap. If we reach Galvin and the Saboteur cripples your ship, we will be at their mercy. Even my powers will not be able to protect us. Do you know who it is? They may well do more damage if left alone. Time is not on your side.
I'm fairly convinced they bioformed Captain Solano.
I knew there was a reason I didn't like him. That explains it. Bioforming was so rare in the time of the Empire that I am not able to detect if it has taken place. Proof of your claim is something you will have to produce yourself.
Then we have to bioscan him. I'll talk to Dr. Duval.
That's quite the claim. Told me you were worried about him. But I never imagined this was what was wrong.
I wouldn't be asking you if there was any other possibility.
That would explain why Solano has been too busy for a bioscan lately.
As the ship's doctor, you have the authority to declare him unfit to serve.
If you're right, this is the worst-case scenario. Challenging your own captain is a tall order. Are you sure you're prepared for this? If you
Well, I
fail, that's it.
guess I would become
end
the
of your
captain.
career. Maybe your life.
I don't know if I would be on my own. But with your support, I'm sure we can do it.
That smooth talking may come in handy. I'm in. But we can't pull this off with just the two of us. I technically have the authority to make Solano undergo a scan, but in reality, he can and will refuse to do it. We need at least another member of the senior staff to support your claim. or this could all blow up in our faces. You better think long and hard about who you can trust.
I don't know who I could trust, to be honest, but I'm fairly sure that I could probably trust maybe Commander Westbrook and Ermot, I think. I mean, I haven't really had any reason to not trust them, right? Then again, it's hard to know because, like, you gain favor with a bunch of people. You lose favor also depending on your choices, and, you know, people like and dislike you, all that stuff, but it's hard to tell, like, who would be worth it to side with, because, I mean, they could be taken over by the Takan or whatever. And though, I mean, I don't see why the captain should be against being bioscanned, because it's just a scan, and he never was able to complete it before, so since there's no urgency right now, asking him to do it should be no problem. But, oh, yeah, and definitely Spock would be, he would definitely not be any issue. I definitely trust him. Unless he's a clone, like there was that one episode with the transporter mishap. I believe that's what happened. Like there was a clone of Spock and there was a bunch of stuff happening and all that stuff. Yeah. So switched over to the Lydian ship now. So, but before we keep going, I don't know how long it's going to keep going for, but I am going to end the stream here. We definitely got some things to think about on how we're going to convince the captain to take a scan, or even force him to if we need to. And we also got the situation on the other ship where they're trying to survive essentially until help comes. Not exactly sure what we're gonna do there with only 3 people, but we'll definitely try and figure something out, I guess. I am ending earlier than usual because I want to get ready for bed, basically. To get up early in the morning and stuff. I'm doing a new schedule thing, so I want to make sure I get enough rest. Yeah. Otherwise, I probably would keep going until like 10 or so, but yeah, I'm gonna like try starting to get up early so I can work out and try and get back into shape and all that. We'll see if I can sleep. It's been really rough with the heat and humidity, so gonna definitely try my hardest. But yeah, I want to thank everybody for stopping by, and forward to streaming this again next weekend. You guys have a good time, good rest of your weekend. Have a good week, all that stuff. I'm bad at any of these things, but yeah. See you later.